Late Saturday, reports came out that following on from the 4-1 defeat at Vicarage Road, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would be sacked. Many could ask questions as to why Ole was not relieved during the 2-week international break prior, which would have furthered the time available to look for a new manager and sort affairs out. With the Red Devils guaranteed a spot in the knockout stages of the Champions League, this manager appointment needs to be top quality, as that should be the top priority. Anyway, in this video, I will be going over several candidates for the job and grading them out from an A star to an F on how successful I believe they will be as Solskjaer's successor. Here's something different. Some background on this situation is that the United board are installing Michael Carrick as an interim manager until they can find another interim for the rest of the season. That's the intention anyway. From a pragmatic point of view, it seems like they have removed the head of it all, but they haven't removed the rest of it. They've left it to continue growing, as they were Ole's coaching staff. Inadequate once again from the shambles of a board, which leads me to the first candidate, Michael Carrick. If he was to remain as interim for the rest of the season, to cut things short, I would give it an F. Like Ole's appointment, if he was to go on a good run and given the job, it would be a poor decision. Not only has he been involved for the entirety of Ole's time at the club, but he was part of the reason for such poor results. There would be negligible difference to Solskjaer's time at the club if he was to stay. Therefore, his time at Man United from now should be a short one. Next, we go on to a man who is currently in a job for another Premier League team and has been progressing significantly over the past few years. I am of course talking about Brendan Rodgers. The manager is well known for his time at Liverpool and Celtic, the former team possibly providing a reason as to why many United fans would not want him at the club. Despite this, his previous success cannot be denied, especially his FA Cup win last season. With the squad he has, he is worth all the praise he received, as bringing Leicester their first FA Cup in their history is something to be proud of. Yet a key aspect of obtaining Rodgers would be his current involvement with Leicester. Any attempt to lure him as the main man at United would be dependent on his preference and whether they would let him go. Having said that, it seems as if United do in fact want him as their number one choice. According to me, although Rodgers has ability and is no doubt a good manager, I believe he has peaked at Leicester City. Historically, he has never done too well in European competitions, even at his time with Liverpool and Celtic, so he would not be my ideal choice. For this reason, I would give him a C, as he is a man who would do a good job, but he doesn't have that little bit that we are looking for at the moment. From a man that is involved in a job right now to someone who is free in Zinedine Zidane, a 3-time Champions League winner and 2-time La Liga champion as manager, he definitely fits the bill at first sight. While some consider his tryouts to be due to his incredible squad, it seems just ridiculous that he would have had nothing to do with his team's consistency. One problem with appointing Zidane would be his bold nature in speaking out, something that would not really be favoured up above at United. Additionally, questions remain over whether he would even take the job, as it seems to be coming out that he prefers to remain as he is at the moment, enjoying his free time. With that being said, if United were to appoint Zidane, I would give it an A. In my eyes, there isn't anyone out there that is a perfect fit for Manchester United at the current time, but he seems like the most logical and suitable option. From one Frenchman to another, as next up is Laurent Blanc. Having managed Bordeaux, France and PSG, a step here would seem like it would be out of his comfort zone. There are rumours that he is the frontrunner for the interim job for the rest of the season, and while he has a few years as a coach with him, could he handle the job? A 4-time French league winner, his managerial career has so far notably fluctuated. Appointing Blanc, who featured for United in the twilight of his playing career, is a risky move, but one that could potentially pay off. I would give this nomination a D, with it not being the most likely to work out, but perhaps I could be proven wrong. Following on from this, we move on to a man who currently coaches another team right now, Erik ten Hag, the manager of Dutch team Ajax. With 2 Eredivisie titles under his belt, he plays attacking and expansive football, which corresponds with what I would want Man United to be playing. It is key to note that the Premier League does have a much higher standard of teams playing within, so any manager coming in would have to appreciate that. One highlight of Ten Hag's managerial career so far is his breakthrough in the 2019 Champions League campaign, where he got to the semi-finals before bowing out against Pochettino's Spurs. If he was to be appointed, I would rank it a B. With the 2 Eredivisie titles under his belt, he plays attacking and expansive football, which corresponds with what I would want Man United to be playing. It is key to note that the Premier League does have a much higher standard of teams playing within, so any manager coming in would have to appreciate that. One highlight of Ten Hag's managerial career so far is his breakthrough in the 2019 Champions League campaign, where he got to the semi-finals before bowing out against Pochettino's Spurs. If he was to be appointed, I would rank it a B. with him being one of the better managers available, even though he does not have the experience that others may have. Then again, the ability to bring him to United would be an issue as he is not free, and Ajax seem to be doing very well this season in the league as well as the Champions League. My penultimate candidate would be Pochettino, the manager of PSG. You can't talk about possible choices for the job and not have this man involved. While the peak of his managerial career would have been the 2019 Champions League final, it can be said that he has not achieved much throughout his time as a coach. 0 trophies while at Spurs, and he didn't manage to win League One last season either. I would grade his appointment a C, with him being someone I'm not particularly fond of, yet it is his Premier League experience and Champions League experience that has to be noted when reviewing him. Not the ideal choice, but one that could work out. Questions have to be asked as to whether he would challenge the likes of Klopp, Pep and Tuchel, which is where this manager should be at. Finally, we arrive at one of the most experienced managers out there in Ralf Rangnick. Having most recently managed RB Leipzig, it should be said that he did exceedingly well with them by taking them from the German second division to the Champions League. He has been in the managing game for years. Even though it may not be at the highest level, he could be ready for this next challenge, the possible next chapter in his career. He has been a choice that has gone quite under the radar recently, but I believe he could flourish with the squad we have at Man United. To finish off with, I would give this appointment a B, prospectively working but no guarantee of success. The Premier League is a big jump, but someone like Rangnick could do especially well, putting into account his accumulation of years as a manager. Other names out there are Luis Enrique, although this seems very unlikely, Graham Potter, Darren Fletcher, Ernesto Valverde and others. Do you agree with my choices? If not, tell me who you would want as the new Man United manager down below. Or, if you are not a United fan, who would suit the Red Devils the best? That's it for this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell me down below what you want to see in the next episode of something different. But, until next time, goodbye.